Marie-Christine, I now wish to turn over to yourself. For other women who are at the top like yourself, what steps should they be taking to create the next generation of female leaders?
Okay, I would like first to thank Baybars to support women entrepreneurs and all the action is doing for young people, but also young women and women entrepreneurs. Just a few words about the association I'm leading worldwide. It's a French association, and you can understand from my accent that I'm coming from France. It's an origin French association, which became a world association many years ago. It was in 57. It started in 45, but it became a world association in 57. From the early beginning, our association task was to promote businesswomen in the economy, because still today, if we exclude some exception like Christine Lagarde, it's still very few women who are sitting on the top leaders. And I really would like also to welcome Colinda in as president of this committee. I started with WBAF end of 2018. I met Baybars and he invited me very quickly to another event, and also in February 2020 in Istanbul. And at that occasion, we signed a partnership agreement between FCEM and WBAF. It can be a real synergy between the both associations. Since FCEM, we are helping women entrepreneurs to develop their network, to grow their company, of course, and we also want to coach and to mentor young entrepreneurs, young women entrepreneurs, and WBAF is helping company to grow. So it can be a real objective, working together to help the inclusion of women in the economic world. Some thoughts about how we could do that. A reflection that I take is the full meaning of this period of crisis and uncertainty that we are going through, and which is as much a source of fear as it is of opportunity. And anyway, crisis means, in the idiom in Chinese, means crisis, but also opportunity. Fears regarding the preservation of women's social and economic gains around the world. We are to be really taking care, because all the gain women had in the world, all the new attitude we could have faced up to now could be destroyed by this crisis. Because for a lot of women, it has been, or it is still, because pandemic is still there. It's very difficult moments, because if they are women entrepreneurs, they are also mother. They are also they have also husband and family to look at, and they have twice more work than men. And when it has to be a choice, quite often it's women who are staying home. So it can be a really difficult task for the future for those women. But also it is opportunities regarding the results obtained by emblematic women in these troubled times. Indeed, in a context of crisis that is at first glance not very favorable for female leadership benefits from a promising alignment of the planets. When you look, you have Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, Christine Lagarde at the head of European Central Bank, Kamala Harris, first Vice President of United States, and also the triumphant re-election of Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand. There are strong signals which seems to be multiplying lately to give us hope for the emergence of a new female leadership throughout the world. So we could say that we are in a favorable context to raise awareness, abolish prejudice, and pave the way of new generation, because it's new generation which are also impacted at the moment. And us as women, we really have to help them to recover and also to develop their own activity for the future. And especially in the business world, where much remain to be done, despite of undeniable, it's very difficult for me to pronounce English. Anyway, despite of sensitive progress. At a time of health crisis, women are demonstrating their know-how in the management of the pandemic. According to current data, countries in which women hold leadership position have recorded 6 times fewer deaths due to COVID-19 than the countries whose government are led by men. So it's a good example to show how women can act on life of people. It was really very well demonstrated by Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, whose management of the pandemic, which she was able to halt through clear, rapid, and anticipated measures. And it was absolutely prized and contributed greatly to her re-election. Within the European Union, the tandem composed by Ursula von der Leyen and Christine Lagarde, with also support of course of German Chancellor Angela Merkel, has been a decisive factor in the adoption by the 27 of a strong stimulus measures that mark a turning point in European dogmas and solidarity within the Union. It has been billions of euros which are delivered to the different union countries. In the US, the arrival of Kamala Harris as vice president, whose actions at California's Attorney General has demonstrated all her determination and competence, also sounds like an encouragement to all those who want to get involved in political action. And we need it because don't make mistake, it's only 12% of the countries in the world are headed by a woman. And if today in France, the rule in this area is parity, we owe it largely due to the introduction of quotas. And we don't have so many, I would say, first row ministers who are women in France. In this respect, the United Nations warning that coronavirus epidemic could set back by half a century the economic progress made by women must call us to a real vigilance. And also sexist attitudes remain, whether in society or in the economic world or political action. So we really need to be much more active in that field. And I'm sure together in this Women Leaders Committee set up inside WBAF, we have all the competencies, we have all the quality, and together, it's our motto, and I like to say it each time, and certainly Lucy, you already listen it, but we say alone we are invisible, together we are invincible. So we can help the new generation because we have all the experience, we are considered as a role model, so we need to help young women to become successful entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Marie.
Yeah.